Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. This video is going to be a Black Friday haul, and I hear you thinking, Micah, isn't it a little bit late to be doing a Black Friday haul? Wasn't Black Friday like weeks ago? It was, but I am still actually waiting on one of my orders to come in, but I just didn't want to wait anymore with putting up this video. I definitely made use of some of the offers that were there, and there's still a shipment coming in from the US. I bought some palettes from Juvia's Place because it had like 45% off, and those are still at customs right now. I was hoping to get them in before sitting down to film this video, but those two palettes will be missing from this. There are plenty of other palettes to feast your eyes upon in this video though, because I went a little bit ham in the eyeshadow front, I can tell you that. Something else that's I need to address first, if you think, hey Mikey, your hair looks very sleek, that's because I got a haircut last Thursday, so a couple of days ago now, and it's still a little bit blown out from when I got that haircut done, so that's why it's looking very shiny and sleek and old brand new, and that's why I thought I'd address that as well. But since I got quite a bit of stuff, let's just get into it. So the first place where I placed an order that I knew was going to have a good deal was Beauty Bay, and I got actually quite a bit of like a little bit of everything. I actually bought a different shade of the Milani Conceal and Perfect. This is in the shade Porcelain. Not sure if it will match me. It looks a little bit dark in the tube, and this foundation runs quite dark to begin with. I had this in the lightest shade back when they first launched it, but that was way too dark for me, and I'm just, when I have to blend in a white foundation, I just don't really find myself doing that all that much. But I do remember really liking the consistency of this, so I decided to give this a whirl and buy a lighter shade now that it was like 25 or 30% off, so that's that. And I also got a Wet n Wild concealer. This is the, what's it called again? Photo Focus concealer. To go with the Photo Focus foundation, which I have, and I have tried and that I actually really like. And I hear great things about the concealer as well. And Wet n Wild isn't available over here. And again, Wet n Wild was also on sale, so I think I paid like 2 or 3 euros for this, which is really not bad. So I decided to get some base products. I was also super excited to see that Ofra was on sale on Beauty Bay, and I actually got a full size of one of the shades that I have been eyeing up for quite some time, which is Pillow Talk, if I can get it out of the packaging. So that's Pillow Talk. It's a super blinding pink toned highlighter. I think it's really pretty. It can be really pretty on my fair skin. I tend to like very pinky and purpley highlighters on myself, so I was very much looking forward to this. And I really like Rodeo Drive, which is one that I bought earlier this year, so I wanted to try some other shades. And then I also got a mini highlighter, because Ofra also does some minis, because these are of course massive. And there was another shade that I wanted to try, but that I wasn't sure was for me, and that's Blissful, which is like a very pretty rose gold, and this is what it looks like. I've heard that this pulls a little bit lighter than it looks like in the pan, and that was definitely my experience with Rodeo Drive, which is why I thought that this might be a nice one. So that's the Blissful one, and I think I only paid 7 euros for this, so that was quite a steal because Ofra highlighters can be very expensive. Another face makeup product is a bronzer by Anastasia. I don't hear too many people talking about these anymore. They definitely got a bit of hype at first. But one of the reasons why I wanted to try this is really because this, the Anastasia bronzers really come in an array of shades. And I always struggle finding a right shade for me. And when I saw Rosewood in real life in the store at a certain point in time, I thought that that would be a nice one for my skin tone. So that's what Rosewood looks like. It has more of like a pinky rosy undertone to it, and I am like cool to neutral, so I think this may be a nice one. And if you're wondering why I'm not swatching anything, that's because I still have to take pictures of all of this for my blog. So that's why you're not getting that input just yet. And then we're getting to some palettes. I really wanted to try some Milani eyeshadow palettes. I finally found these. These eyeshadow palettes took a long time to get here, and Beauty Bay doesn't even have their latest release yet. I got the Most Loved Mattes because I felt they were shades I don't have that many of in my collection just yet. And this is what they look like. I can't wait to try these. If I like this, I already know that I'm going to buy another one because I really like the look of the like sultry, smoky one that they also have. So if I like the formula of this, I will definitely be trying to get my hands on another one. Beauty Bay is the official stockist for Juvia's Place in Europe. So if you live in Europe, then Juvia's Place is the easiest to get through Beauty Bay. The only reason why I placed a Juvia's Place order from their official website is because they had 45% off, which means that if they fill in the tax form on the front nicely, then I don't have to pay customs. And then their shipping wasn't too outrageous as well. And the 2 other palettes that I got from them weren't in stock on Beauty Bay. So I got the Afrique and the Festival palette. But I also got the Saharan and the Deuce. Juvia's Place was definitely the eyeshadow brand I discovered in 2018. And I got a couple of their palettes earlier this year, and they are such good quality. So that's why I knew that if there was a sale, I would get a couple more. This is what the Saharan 2 looks like. I can't wait to play around with these. And then we also have, if I can get it to open. And then this is what the Deuce palette looks like. I can't wait to play around with some of these shimmers. I think that Juvia's Place has some of the best shimmers, and especially the colorful ones that they do. They're so gorgeous. And I got some things from a Dutch web shop as well, but they didn't have any sales. I think I placed this order, and then later that night they said, yeah, if you order for so many euros, you get a free goodie bag, which I didn't get because I had already placed the order. But I really wanted to get the Balm Take Home the Bronze bronzer in the shade Oliver, which is the lightest one. This one was out of stock on Beauty Bay, and I had been eyeing this up for such a long time. So I figured that I could buy this as well. Again, very pinky toned. I really want to try some pink tone bronzers. I have some red toned ones. I have some yellow toned ones. But something pink like this and the Anastasia I don't have yet. And then I also got 2 new Makeup Revolution eyeshadow palettes. I had these in my basket on the official Makeup Revolution website for the longest time. And then I saw that they were on stock here, and they were actually a little bit cheaper. Plus, I didn't have to pay for shipping because it was a Dutch web store, so I didn't have to spend as much money. So this was a better deal for me. So I got the Macaroons palette, which I had been eyeing up, mainly because it had a couple of very, very pretty... Ooh, the plasticky thing is falling out. Because it had a couple of really pretty, like, grayish and bluish, like turquoisey shades. This is actually very reminiscent of that new Urban Decay Born to Run mini palette that they have released. So I know I won't be getting that one because I already have this one now. And then I also got the Lemon Drizzle. And I am not a fan of warm tones. But this, I don't know what it is about this one. It's got some very nice golds. It has a matte yellow, this like reddish, like almost like a coral shade, which looks really interesting. And then we also get some peaches. You get a purple. I just really like this color scheme. It really, really spoke to me, this color story. So that's why I wanted to get that. So one of the things I know I want to do in 2019 is try more indie makeup brands. I thought they were just always super hard to get, but I now found out that a couple of them are based in the UK. Case in point, Misha Lou Cosmetics. And they are doing some really interesting color stories, especially in this palette, which is the Witchcraft palette. And they also had a Black Friday deal. So I got this for a pretty good deal, I guess. And this is what the palette looks like. It has greens and purples and a couple of neutrals as well. So I think this is perhaps a little bit too dark for my taste, but I was so intrigued by the color scheme of this, and those shimmers look absolutely stunning. So can't wait to play around with that. A place that did have Black Friday deals, but not on the things that I was hoping to get, was Cult Beauty. I really wanted to get a few of the mini palettes by Huda Beauty. I really enjoy the Huda Beauty eyeshadow formula. I have the Desert Dusk, and I also have the Electric Obsessions palette. And when I saw these, I was like, ooh, an all purple palette. This is the Amethyst Obsessions. And this is what it looks like. It has a little bit of the same vibe of some of the purples that are already in the Desert Dusk, especially this middle shade, I think is very similar to Retrograde in that palette, but an all purple palette like this. But then I spotted that they also do an all blue palette. And one thing I wanted to buy more of and get more into was color this year, and I definitely have been doing that. But what I'm missing is a couple of like really good shimmery colors, so like metallic shades. I have a lot of mattes now, but shimmers I don't have a lot of, and Huda Beauty does beautiful shimmers. And one of my favorite colors to wear, but I don't wear it enough because it's such a difficult shade to come by, is green. I really like green eyeshadow on myself, and this is Emerald Obsessions, and I just knew I had to get this the minute I saw this. Again, some gorgeous shimmers, and you get a really, really nice like cocky green matte, and like a forest green, and like a minty green. This is like green eyeshadow goals for sure. I can't wait to try these to see what the quality is like. And then I also ordered some things from Douglas. Douglas is like a Dutch Sephora style shop, you could say, and they were doing 25% off their entire website, which meant that a lot of the brands that are usually never on sale there, because in the Netherlands sales work very differently than in most other places, I feel. There's a lot of brands that never go on sale even if there is a sale. So for all of these things to actually go on sale, even though they're newer brands or more exclusive brands, I knew I had to get a couple of things. The first thing I got is a MAC paint pot in Painterly. Mine is on its last legs, so I knew I had to get a backup, and I couldn't wait to get a new fresh one, so that hopefully in 2019 I can bust out a brand new one. And I've had mine for years, but it was like, hey, if I can get this on a deal, then that's a great thing to do. I also got some skincare. I had been eyeing up the Origins Ginseng Refreshing Eye Cream. I really like the moisturizer of this line, and I just thought, can I open this? Yes. And I just thought that the eye cream would be something that I would like to try to brighten and depuff, so I think this is more like a morning time one. And then one of the brands that is very exceptional that it was actually on sale is Too Faced. Too Faced is new, or quite new, to the Netherlands. We used to have them back when we had Sephora. Sephora left, and now since like a year or so, they have been put into Douglas stores, and I really wanted to try the Born This Way translucent setting powder. And I'm really having a loose powder moment. I just want to try loose powders. It's something I don't play around with enough. And I just thought that this could be a nice one. And now it was 25% off, so. But then I did something a little bit naughty. Let's just start with this one. This is the Sultry, and when I saw this popping up on reviews on people's YouTube channels, I was like, yep, Anastasia has brought out another palette that is up my alley. This is just a really nice color scheme that I think will work quite nicely with, ooh, let's not blind you, and hold everything together. I think this might go really nicely with my complexion. I really enjoyed the shimmers that were in the Norvina palette, and this has some gorgeous, gorgeous shimmers as well. But Anastasia is a brand that is never on sale here, and if you can get them then at 25% off, then why not try to sort of complete the collection? I did an anti-haul earlier this year, and I said in that anti-haul that I wasn't going to buy these palettes. And the reason why I decided to get these isn't just because they were on sale. That would be a bit crazy. I just knew that I was going to buy these if they were on sale, because I've been watching a lot of declutters and like eyeshadow palette collection videos the past couple of months. And actually, the more I see these palettes, and especially with the subculture, the more people I've actually seen raving about these, especially the subculture, where people say like, oh, I have absolutely no issues with working with this, because yes, it's a learning curve, but once you learn to work with it, you can make it work. But what the thing was with the subculture is that I really like this color scheme, and I have been umming and ahhing about this so much, but these are just, if you have brown eyes, I think these are your kind of shades. They just are. So I can't wait to see for myself what I actually think of the formula. I did swatch a couple of these in store once, but those were finger swatches, and we all know how much finger swatches actually say. Nothing. So that's why I do want to try this now, because I've heard so many more people actually talking positively about this one. And the Soft Glam I thought I wasn't going to get because it looks so boring on, as in like, it's just another neutral palette. Do I need another neutral eyeshadow palette? No, I don't. But again, this color scheme just really speaks to me. I really like Dusty Rose. I really like Mulberry. I really like Sultry, Rose Pink, Glistening, and Fairy. And I think you have a couple of nice midtones. And in my experience, Anastasia eyeshadows kind of sheer out quite well on me, especially the mattes. Without a discount, I would never have bought these. I was actually hoping to travel to the US sometime next year or the year after and then pick these up, because in the US, Anastasia palettes are just a lot cheaper than they are over here. But now that I got them on a discount, I don't feel so bad about them if I don't use them a whole lot. So that was like the deal breaker for me. I was never ever going to pay full price for them. A brand that I knew would have a good Black Friday sale would be Zoeva, and I spotted some new stuff on their website. Case in point, the Spice of Life eyeshadow palette. And this palette is now part of their like chocolate range, and it just has a couple of really nice neutrals as well. Some warm tones, but also some cool tones. This shade right here, it's called Unlike Any Other, is like a silvery taupe. Can't wait to put that on my face. So I really enjoy the Zoeva eyeshadow palettes, and I knew I was going to get a couple of their things because again, they do like 25% off. And that wasn't the only thing I got from Zoeva. I got 2 other things, and one of those things isn't for me. I actually got something for a giveaway that I'm hosting. Together with 11 other Dutch bloggers, we are hosting a Christmas giveaway with a blog hub. So if you find my blog, I will make sure to link it down below. You can find all the rules how you can enter to win the Plaisir Voyager Zoeva little mini kit. So these are travel-sized palettes, and it comes with a travel-sized caramel melange, cocoa blend, and a travel version of the new Spice of Life palette. So I wanted to show that in this video and tell you that you can still enter until the 24th of December. And when you click that link down below, you will also be linked to the other 11 giveaways that are in line with mine, because we're doing a bit of a blog hub. So you could potentially win 12 different prizes. How cool is that? And that just before Christmas. So if you would like to win this, make sure you click the link in the description. But I saved the best for last. I got the Deluxe Edition Premiere Collection. I don't know if you can see it. This is also by Zoeva. Look at that box. I love the artwork on this. It's super shiny. It comes in a very big, huge slipcase. And then it comes in a box that opens like this. And then inside you get a number of products. So there's an eyeshadow palette in here, there's a blush palette in here, 3 lip colors, and behind this there's another layer with brushes. But let me see if I can show you some of these palettes. So again, you have that artwork on the eyeshadow palette, oops. And then it has these shades in there. It has a really stunning like duochrome right here in the bottom, so can't wait to try that. A really nice green, a nice gold, some cranberry shades. Zoeva is really good at berries, so let's see how I get on with that. And this is the face palette, and it comes with 3 shades. It has a really pretty sort of vibrant blush shade, and then this is a shimmery blush, and this is a highlight. All 3 of them look really, really stunning. And then there are 3 lip crayons, which I believe is a new product from Zoeva, and it comes with like a nude, a red, and like an orangey shade. And then there are 4 brushes in here as well. I love Zoeva brushes. So it comes with a Petite Face, what does it say? It comes with a Petite Face Finish, Lux Powder Fusion, which I believe is a highlight brush actually. Ooh, this is their blending brush. This is the Lux Crease. This is just a shader brush. This is the Lux Classic Shader, which is just a flat shader brush. Those are all of the things I got in my Black Friday haul. I'm very well aware that there's a lot here, but you do have to know 2 things. First of all, I didn't really buy a whole lot of makeup in the run up to Black Friday because I knew I wanted to go ham. And there were a lot of things that are here right now that were actually on my wish list and had been there for quite some time. So I knew I wanted to save up a little bit of money so I could buy all of this stuff. That doesn't mean that you have to go out and do these kind of things. I know this is a little bit outrageous. If you like this video, please give the video a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe. I make new videos twice a week on Thursday and Sundays, 5 a.m. Central European time. That's when I post new videos, and I would love for you to join my little family on this channel, and I hope to see you in my next video. I hope you have a great day. Bye!